So hey everybody, Opponent 1138, we're here with another review. As you can see, I have the Fang Memory from Kamen Rider W. And, yeah, Fang Memory. I don't know what else to say. Okay, so moving on here, so Fang Memory is a little kind of dinosaur looking guy. He looks pretty nice, kind of this milky, whitish kind of plastic. Really cool details on here with the, on his legs with the dinosaur head in it, which is actually pretty cool. Now, the Fang Memory showed up kind of early in the season of Double, which represented Double's pretty much his first power-up. And the Fang Memory was kind of semi-sentient. It has had its own mind, a mind of its own. And pretty much what the Fang Memory would do is it would kind of hang around Philip and protect him. And then Philip would then use him to transform into this guy back here, Fang Joker. However, when he first henshins into Fang Joker, he kind of turns into this, raging berserker who just, or mindless berserker, I should say, because he just kind of goes around and beats the crap out of everything. With no regard to anything else that's around him. But eventually, Shotaro was able to get in touch with Philip inside at the his Gaia library, and get him to gain control of the Fang Memory. And so that's about it for that. So really quickly, I want to show you, because this Gaia Memory is actually the Bandai Asia version. I couldn't get the Japanese version, or I shouldn't say I couldn't, I didn't want to get it because it was just too expensive. And I got this a while back, and I was starting to collect Kamen Rider toys, and I really only started at the beginning of the year, so I didn't have a whole lot of money to play around with at that time. And I just suddenly had this urge to collect as many of the Kamen Rider toys as I could, because I was really getting into the shows, and I really, really wanted some of the toys. And unfortunately, since most of the shows have been out for a couple of years, the toys have now been out of production and discontinued for a while, and have inflated in price immensely. So this guy I got from Thailand, of all places, and they gave me a pretty good price. So just to show you the box, set him aside for a sec. It's pretty much the same. There's actually a sticker covering here, but this, as you can see down here, it says Bandai HK, Bandai Hong Kong. So this is not the Japanese version. But other than that, it's still the exact same toy. And I think even most of the writing on here is still mostly in the same language, written in the same. At least every picture I've looked at the Japanese version, all the writing appears to be identical. So I know I'm not really familiar with various Asian languages. I don't claim to be an expert. I'm trying to learn, but I've been really lazy about it, so it'll probably be a long time before I actually learn anything. So, getting the box out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the memory. So, as you can see, he's a little dinosaur guy. He does have a little bit of articulation, not a whole lot. His arms kind of go up and down. Oop. Oh, that one's stuck. This arm goes up and down. Yeah, there we go. The one's supposed to. It's stuck. Oh, there he goes. And these, very nicely painted. Got some good detail. This is made of a very soft, pliable material. The rest is pretty much just hard plastic. And he's got a little tail here. You can move him up. You can't really pose him. His head doesn't tilt down or anything. So he doesn't have a whole lot of posability. In the show, he was moving around a lot and had a lot of posability, but that's mostly because he was CGI, and so they did a lot of cheating when they did that. And so to go on to the sounds, all you gotta do is flick the end of his tail. that's pretty much all he does in this form, in this mode, and he just has those 3 sounds, and they're pretty much random. Well, actually that sounded like an exact sequence, so can't say it's random. But he just has those 3 sounds in this mode. Now, to get him ready to transform him for the henshin, you move his arms up, move up his legs like so, and then, if I can get it, there we go. Flip him out this way, tuck the head under, and now he's in his memory mode and he's ready to go into the double driver. So let's go ahead and bring that in. Got the double driver, the Joker memory. And here he is in the Fang Joker configuration. Now this part up here, you do have to manually close once you henshin. In the show, this actually automatically comes down, and it's kind of a shame that they couldn't figure out a way to make it do that, but I understand why. It would have cost extra engineering, and it probably would have driven up the cost of the toy. So they had to make certain sacrifices to get it to work. But overall, it looks pretty cool on here, and I was actually really excited to get this. Because I really liked the whole Fang Joker thing. And I just like the look of how it looks on the driver. It's very different. And I actually even like the little eye in here, which is pretty cool. Now, in Fang Joker, he does has several different attack modes. So all you do is you hit the tail. So that activates the arm fang, which shows up on his right arm, which allows him to do slash attacks. And next is the shoulder fang, which is all you have to do is hit this twice. And that produces a blade on his shoulder, which you can use as a projectile weapon. And then finally, for the maximum drive, you hit the tail 3 times. Which is, pretty cool. Actually, I shouldn't actually call this a tail anymore, because actually in this form, it's actually a horn on his nose there. Yeah. Now this does kind of makes the driver pretty big. So here's just the top view. And just check out the back. Just because we can. And of course, to undo the henshin, take those out, change them back, pull the head up, tuck that back under there, and now he's back in his dinosaur mode. Now I really enjoyed the Fang Memory. I thought it was like a cool little upgrade, and it was nice to see that how the Fang Memory worked is that it allowed Philip to use his body as the main body of Double, and it made Shotaro's consciousness go over to Philip. So it was kind of a nice reversal between the two. So that's about it for the Fang Memory. There's really not much else to say about this guy. He's pretty cool, and, I like him, and he makes a really nice little display piece to add to your collection, especially if you're a Double fan. Again, I recommend trying to track down the Bandai Asia version, because in terms of sounds, he sounds exactly the same. The other alternative is to track down a Korean version, and that one, at least when it calls out Fang, doesn't sound the same, and that, personally, that bugs me. I would much prefer to have this one, because Yeah, I mean, this is the Super Best Henshin build, and it fits in there perfectly. So obviously they're using the exact same mold, so it's the same toy. So the only difference is really, to me, is just the packaging. I mean, the sound may be higher or lower, I'm not really sure, but for me, this guy is a fantastic alternative if you're trying to track down some of those old toys and you can't really afford to pay the high inflated prices they want. Prices they want for the Japanese versions. So yeah, so that's it. So I'll see you guys next time.